Hello again. You're probably getting tired of hearing my voice, but I want to make a clear video this time. The last videos I just kind of talked without really knowing what to say. This time I actually wrote a script to try and make the video more understandable. Anyway, as I mentioned, my problem started in high school, well actually junior high, if you want to include the motivation issues. I was dating my then girlfriend at age 17 going on 18. I started hearing voices and seeing things, mostly shadows. When I say shadows, I don't mean shadows, I guess, but shadowy figures. Anyway, I told my girlfriend that what was going on, and I told her that, I was seeing demons. She laughed and she went along with it as if it were a game. It wasn't really a game at all. It was real. It was all too real. We broke up, I don't really know why we did, we just broke up. And, I was really angry, because I was falling in love with her. But, it's normal to be angry during a breakup, I know. But, I had really bad thoughts about it, like, I wanted her dead, like, I was seeing myself kill her, and, that scared the hell out of me. So I told my closest friends, and, I also wanted to kill myself because of it. My friends, they're really great friends, they called my psychiatrist and told him what was going on. Then my psychiatrist called the crisis center. The crisis center called me. I was on the phone for probably about an hour with them, and then I agreed that I would go to the hospital. I was in the ER for like 5 or 6 hours, and then finally they put me in an ambulance and took me to a psychiatric hospital. Well, I guess you can say this is where the fun began. They put me on Risperdal, which gave me neck spasms. It kind of looked like I had Parkinson's disease. So they put me on Cogentin to cancel the side effects. Cogentin is actually for Parkinson's disease. But with Cogentin, I lost a whole day. I don't remember it at all. All I remember is my dad sitting in front of me, and I grabbed a towel off my bed. And I started scrunching it up and everything. And I was like, "Look, Dad, a bunny." And then I just remember screaming and crying, and I wanted to go home. I never saw my dad cry before except once, and he was crying then. Kind of broke my heart. But anyway, I was in the hospital for about a week, and then I was finally discharged. Then I went back to my psychiatrist. He raised my amount of Risperdal back up again and put me on Artane this time, which, like Cogentin, is for Parkinson's. Luckily, the Artane, I didn't lose any days with it, which is awesome. And I also started seeing a therapist, but there's not really much to say about him. It's a therapist. We talked. Anyway, about a year after that, I moved out. I moved to the city about an hour and a half away to go to school. I was living in an apartment by myself. I had a lot of problems then. I was paranoid. I wanted to leave my apartment, which made me miss a lot of school. And to make things worse, I started cutting myself a lot. So, since all that stuff was going on, I just quit school and moved back home with my parents. Anyway, that was, what year is this? That was 3 years ago. But right now, I feel like I'm doing great. My psychiatrist, she finally got me down to zero point 0.5 milligrams of the Risperdal and cut back the Artane a lot too, so that's awesome. Uh, like I said, I'm doing great, but sometimes I still feel a little paranoid and my thoughts are always jumbled. But considering what I was like 5 years ago, I'm a lot better. But the reason she reduced my Risperdal was because my prolactin levels were high, and I don't know if you have any experience with this, but since it was high, I could have started growing female breasts and could have started lactating. I did not want that to happen. um, anyway, um, since I'm also on Lamictal, I feel that I should be fine without the Risperdal. And as for jobs, I've never been able to keep a job for more than a month or two, so that's kind of out of the question for now. So that's pretty much the end of my story for now. I hope that more people will post about their experience with um, schizophrenia to help end the stigma that the media puts out. Um, I want to thank all of you for taking your time and listening to my story. And I'm going to start ending every video I do with this. I'm going to say, if you or someone you know is suicidal, please call the Suicide Prevention Center as soon as possible. I'll put the number in the description for if you ever need it. Again, thank you for listening, and I hope this will help stop all the terrible stigma that goes along with schizophrenia.